good morning. Happy Wednesday. What a beautiful day to be alive. I feel all squeaky clean. I love that part of my day. And yeah, so I'm up and at 'em. And something I was thinking about, and this has been brought on by a lot of different elements, but I want to talk about our freedoms of supposed choice. And really, we don't have much of a freedom of choice. I mean, if you're talking about, the difference between a Democrat and a Republican, there's no difference. None. Yeah, that's not a choice. You might be able to have 25 choices at a Starbucks, or 15 choices at a multiplex movie theater, but those aren't real choices either. Our real freedom has been filtered. If you look at the difference between an allopathic or a naturopathic, um, now we have that choice, supposedly, but one is being totally suppressed. There was just another doctor, a naturopath, who was snuffed out up in Minnesota, I think it was. And that body bag count is huge over the years, whether you pay attention or not. People that speak out against the allopathic methods of Western medicine and offer and propose cures that are completely safe and natural, that move away from pharmaceutical and medical and surgical procedure, are considered quacks, and they're being snuffed. It's not just enough to, try to make them out to be incorrect or wrong. They're killing them, and that is wrong. So this is how our freedom gets filtered. And we have a education system that totally railroads us into one way of thinking, and that is to memorize certain things that they want you to know and repeat them and regurgitate them. Like that's going to make you a good citizen or a good person, or make you that much more credible, authentic, or ethical, or morally compassed. It's not. These things aren't really being taught. They're being compromised. And they call this freedom. What a joke. We don't have any real freedoms. They've been taken away from us. What we have is really it's, well, it's a fascist police state. Hello. you know and this is not just in America. This is going on in the UK and Germany. This is going on in Canada. I mean, this kind of tactic is crazy. So when you get down to urine therapy, which is like amazing and totally free, you're going to get a lot of resistance, because the whole system has been rigged, and it's stacked up against you. That's the truth. So you're going to have to be somewhat of a maverick, and revel in being a rebel. And it is a worthy cause. This is not pointless. The only way we're going to ever change anything is people changing themselves, changing their minds, changing their habits, and changing whatever protocol they need to in order to get to a cleaner truth of what is so. And that's not easy. It's not made easy deliberately. It's on purpose to keep you dazed and confused, to purposefully keep you misinformed and uneducated, basically dumbed down. They want you only smart enough to be able to run a machine, fill out a check to pay your bills, and run up a bunch of credit and be in debt for the rest of your life. You have permission to do all that so that you can be enslaved. And what urine therapy does, it frees you. It does. It's something that comes right out of you, perfectly natural, perfectly balanced nature that can heal you from the inside out, from the core. Huh, what a deal, huh? It's an amazing deal. And so people go, well, if this is so, why don't we know about this? Well, because if you learn how to take care of yourself and cure yourself and get past all the disease and the illness, it's going to put a lot of people out of business. It's just like anything else. It's supply and demand. And as long as, we're sick and crippled with disease and illness, well, there's a big industry being supported, medically, cosmetically, pharmaceutically, whether it's in clothing, cars, jewelry, all this image making, how to lose weight in a hurry, join a gym. It's all bullshit because it's just an illusion. We're being sold a bill of goods. It's a total illusion. If you really want control of your life, if you really want to be free, you got to do it on your own, no matter what. Nobody's going to hand that thing to you. Nobody. So it requires some thought processing. It requires some research. It requires you to step up and take some control, take some charge. Be your own person. Don't follow the crowd. The crowd's going to lead you over the cliff, huh? Because that's by design. So if you really, really, really want to be free of pain, disease, illness, and control of drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, bad food choices, unhealthy decisions, I assure you, you start drinking your pee, you're going to think differently, particularly about yourself. You're going to self-love yourself like you've never self-loved yourself before. It's going to shift your paradigm like you never thought possible. And I am so grateful that I discovered all this before it was too late for me. Yesterday somebody was talking about their experience with their mouth, with their teeth, with their gums, with doing urine therapy. Now, I had to lose all of my teeth due to gum disease. And because I had gum disease, it was pointless to get crowns. It was pointless to get work done because until I had the gingivitis completely eradicated from my mouth, which is extremely painful and costs thousands and thousands of dollars to accomplish, there's no point in fixing teeth. That just becomes moot. So as my teeth fell apart, I just kept removing them. And over time, it took a while, but then I finally I went to Mexico because I heard I could get a better deal on dentures and all of that. Well, I went to Mexico. I paid all this money, and my first set of dentures was a full upper and a partial for my lowers. Well, that upper didn't last 7 months. It split right in half in the middle of a mouthful of food out to dinner with a girlfriend. How fun is that? A mouthful of food and a broken denture, two pieces floating around in my mouth. So, had I known any of this way back then, I would have started gargling, swishing, brushing. I would have done anything with my pee that I could to restore my gums and my damaged gums. Then I could think about fixing my teeth. Well, it's way late in that. Somebody asked me the other day, how do I keep my teeth so white? Well, because I paid for this set of teeth and I take care of them now. The little chip out of one of them is because I dropped them one day and one of my teeth chipped. Somebody didn't hit me in the mouth. I didn't fall down. So I take care of this pair of teeth now. And but I wish I would have known about urine therapy then. Like I've said many times, if I knew then what I know now, I would have never had hand surgery. I would have never done some of the things I've done. It totally turned my life around. And I'm encouraged by that. So what's done is done. But what I can do now, I can correct anything. in the present and in the future, and I know that. So I stand assured that my freedom to pee and drink it is free. That is freedom. So there's my little soapbox this morning. And, can you believe it? I actually wrote some of these thoughts down. So I'm going to share them with you now. And this is entitled A Much Brighter Future. Yeah, a much brighter future. When critical thinking is compromised, it paves the way for perpetual lies. There's no need for research when you believe what you know and form opinions that won't let you grow. Compartmentalized thinking narrows the view. It's sealed in a box. Is this possibly you? Believe what you're told without any proof. A defender of lies, afraid of the truth. Society does this. It's part of the plan to dumb down the masses and control who they can. Freedom is filtered as not to offend. With false hopes and lies, we die to defend. I've opened my eyes, and now I can see a much brighter future from drinking my pee. And it is true. My future looks way brighter to me. And it's not just because I'm washing my eyes with my pee, and I do, and it works. It's because I can see through the veil. I've totally can see past the limits that were imposed upon me completely. And for this, I am grateful. So, with all that being said, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, marvelous day. I hope it's all filled with love and hugs. And I want you to keep your peace together. And boom, you just been loved. So, bye-bye now.